All right, what's up, people? So in this video, and it's actually going to be two videos, this is part one, because I know if I did this in two parts, or in one part, it would be goofy long. This is still going to be a long video, by the way. Because what I'm talking about is a topic, and the topic is the fall of Iblis within the Qur'an, the story of how that happened, and what exactly was going on. So what you have is you have two separate tellings of this in the Quran. You have this first one is in Surah 7. Now I have to read from the beginning because I want to show you the break at ayat 9 because that's kind of important. But there's almost a parallel but between these two, between Surah 7 and Surah 15. Which is, it's going to be part 2. Surah 15 is going to be part 2. So the reason I want to read this from the beginning is because, first of all, it's a prefix surah, you can see. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the only time that that specific one comes up. It's usually ALM, then there's ALMR, but maybe there's another one of those. I'm not entirely sure. Of course, because it's a prefix surah, we have an immediate reference to the revealed text. This scripture has been revealed to you. You shall not harbor doubt about it in your heart, that you might warn with it and provide a reminder for the believers. He's talking to Muhammad here. You shall all follow what is revealed to you from your Lord. Now he's talking to the Ummah in general. Do not follow any idols besides him. Rarely do you take heed. And I don't think you meant to. That's a bad translation. I don't think you meant to say besides him. He's not an idol. God is not an idol, bro. That translation sucks. I should X that out. I should go get my pen and go over there and get my pen next to my kitty drink and X that shit out, dog. That's not allowed. You're not supposed to do that. Many a community was annihilated. They incurred our retribution while they were asleep or wide awake. See, that's God throwing his nuts down on the table, right? Their utterance was when our retribution came to them was, indeed, we have been transgressors. We certainly question those who receive the message, and we question the messengers. We will inform the authority. I want to get down here. As for those whose weights are light, they will be the ones who lost their souls as a consequence of disregarding our revelations unjustly. So, you ready for the code switch? Are you ready for the code switch? Let's go to verse 10. We're getting the code switch. Now there's something completely different going on. It's code switch, buddy. I warned you. We have established you on earth, and we have provided for you the means of support therein. Rarely are you appreciative. Now who's he talking to? Because, prior to this, who was he talking to? He's kind of just talking to people in general, right? But now he's going to get back to something different here. So to carry on, we created you, then we shaped you, then we said to the angels, fall prostrate before Adam. They fell prostrate, except Iblis, Satan. He was not with the prostrators. Okay, so I didn't highlight any of this because this story is going to go on. And I actually think that, in Surah 15, it starts off better. I think in Surah 15 has some flourishes before this whole thing goes on. But we'll get to that in part 2. The test begins. He said, what prevented you from prostrating when I ordered you? That would mean God. And then Iblis said, I am better than him. You created me from fire and created him from mud. He said, therefore you must go down, for you not to be arrogant here. Get out, you are debased. He said, grant me a respite until the day of resurrection. He said, you are granted a respite. He said, since you have willed that I go astray, I will skulk for them on your straight path. Meaning stalk. Stalk would be a better whatever. I will come from them. I will come to them from before them and from behind them and from their right and from their left, and you will find that most of them are unappreciative. He said, get out therefrom, despised and defeated. Those among them who follow you, I will fill hell with all of you. And as for you, Adam, dwell with your wife in paradise. Okay, so then how did that all work out? Well, I don't want to talk about Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is not my concern here. This is going to be somewhat long, but not too long, because I don't want to bore everybody. But, yeah, it's my working Qur'an. You saw me criticize some of the translations, so fuck it. But the point being is, this is, to me, a fundamental concern with Islam. And the reason I say that is because in Islam there's this concept, and I was looking for an ayat or something that would, really nail it down, but so far I can't find one. But the idea in Islam is that you have to keep your finger off of the phone screen. No, but seriously, the idea in Islam is that you only bow to God. You don't even bow to Prophet Muhammad. And in Islamic theology, Prophet Muhammad is like the top guy. He's above every other human that's ever lived, including Adam. So if you don't even bow to Muhammad, right? Because that'd be disrespecting God, am I correct? Did I get that right? Is that Islamic theology? If I didn't get that right, somebody please correct me on this. But basically, God, Allah, condemns Iblis, aka Satan, the bad guy, to basically hell, but not really hell, because he said, give me respite. Which means he can run around and do wicked shit or something. I don't know. I'm not making fun of Islam. I'm just pointing out something that seemed to me to be deeply flawed, if that makes any sense. Because the devil's sin was refusing to bow. Or maybe, if you wanted, refusing to bow to anything but God. But maybe if you wanted to, you could say that the answer was given within the surah itself, because it said the way he answered was, I can't bow to him because he's lesser than me. When the correct answer would have been, I can't bow to him because he's not you. Okay, so you can read it that way, and then it's like, oh shit, the Quran is getting deep. The Quran is going fucking haywire on this shit. Now see, I waited till the end to give you the apologetic. I just made that shit up. But if you think about it, you're like, wow, you made a really strong argument and then a really strong counter argument. But hey, that's the Quran, man. That's what it invites you to do. And we're going to get to the parallel in Surah 15 if you want to skip ahead. I mean, not skip ahead in the videos because it's not out yet and it won't be for a day or two. But yeah, you can go to, Surah 15 and read the requisite verses, the requisite ayats. I recommend reading any surah from the beginning, so I'm not going to tell you the specific ayats because that would be kind of self-defeating. When you read the Quran, if you're reading surah, you want to read the whole surah. You don't want to like break it, like, okay, because the cow's the big one, right? The cow is surah number 2. And that's the longest surah in the Quran by far. And then like it goes down, like it's a cool thing, the way it works. It's like a mathematical curve. But yeah, if you're going to read, the surah of the cow, you have to read the whole thing. I'm just saying. That's my Quranic advice. And my tafsir on Surah 7. At least the first half of it. Whatever.